Today's workout is going to have people thinking you've had Botox in your forehead when you haven't. My name is Elise, your favorite face yoga coach, and today we're going to be releasing all of the tension from the scalp and the forehead so our scalp naturally lifts up, lifting our forehead along with it and releasing any of the wrinkles in our forehead. Let's jump right into it. We're going to start today with the forehead lifter. So take your hands and place them on the forehead and slide them gently down until you reach right above the eyebrows. Make sure you're not pulling the forehead down, you're just gently gliding so that you feel the forehead relaxing. Your eyes are going to look up into your eyebrows behind closed eyelids. So turn your eyes back and you want to imagine that you're lifting from the top of your head. So some people may not have any feeling at the top of their head. You want to imagine like there is a string at the top of your head and it's pulling your scalp up and your forehead is lifting up. Inhale and exhale, release. We'll move on to forehead stretch. So place one hand on your forehead, covering as much as the eyebrows as possible. Lift your eyebrows up with your hand and squeeze your eyes shut against the opposite resistance. So the opposite hand is on the back of the neck to take any pressure from the back of the neck. And we really want to squeeze our eyes shut against this opposite resistance. So imagine you're squeezing your eyes in and down. Go ahead and switch hands when you're ready, taking the opposite hand to the forehead, lifting up with the hand and squeezing your eyes in and down against the opposite resistance of the hand. So the eyes are activated here, the forehead is relaxed. Make sure you're not creating any wrinkles in the forehead. Then take a deep breath in, a long breath out, and go ahead and release. Next, we're going to move on to side head lift up. So take your hands and run them through your hair. If you don't have hair, you can mimic this motion. And you want to pull your scalp up by the hair and with your scalp, pull your hands down. So it's going to feel like you are moving your ears. It's a very subtle motion here. And the resistance is coming from the hands pulling the scalp up, and then you want to use the muscles in the scalp to pull the hands down. So again, it's like you're moving your ears. You may not have too much feeling here. Just keep visualizing and practicing the scalp pulling the hands down. So go ahead and release when you're ready. And we're going to do this sequence 2 more times. So starting with the forehead lifter, we're going to place our hands on our forehead and gently glide down to above the eyebrows and really lift from the top of your head. If you don't have any feeling here, just keep practicing, keep visualizing. Some people have absolutely no feeling, but you really want to imagine a string at the top of your head and it's lifting the scalp back. So your hands are keeping the eyebrows in place and you're lifting the scalp back at the opposite resistance of the fingers holding the eyebrows in place. Go ahead and release when you're ready, and we'll do the forehead stretch for the second time, placing one hand on the forehead, covering as much as the eyebrows as possible. Lift up with your hand and squeeze your eyes in and down. So make sure you're not creating any wrinkles in the forehead here. Relax any tension in the back of the neck and the shoulders. Keep your elbows wide and remember to breathe here. Really squeeze your eyes shut against that opposite resistance. Go ahead and switch sides, bringing the opposite hand to the forehead, lifting up with your hand and squeezing the eyes shut against the opposite resistance here. Remember to breathe and always keep contact with your breath. Keep focusing on your breath and releasing any tension in the lower part of the face, the jaw, the shoulders, the neck. And then go ahead and release, and we'll do the side head lift up for the second time, grabbing on the sides of the head, and we're just pulsing the scalp. So if you know how to wiggle your ears, that's a similar motion. You're going to notice a very slight movement. You'll notice the hair moving slightly. So the hands are lifting the skin on the scalp up, and the scalp and head is pulling the hands down. Again, a very subtle movement, keeping the hands in place. moving the ears. Relax through the shoulders and neck and connect with your breath. When you're ready, you can go ahead and release. Okay, we're going to do this whole sequence one last time. So for the last time, forehead lifter, gliding the hands down the forehead, gently resting above the eyebrows and lifting from the top of the skull. Remember to send your eyes backward, looking back towards the eyebrows and rolling the eyes back. So this exercise is going to, with time, give a slight lift to the skull, pulling the whole scalp backward and up so that the forehead is lifted. It's also great for tension headaches and when you're staring at a computer too long. Go ahead and release, and we'll do forehead stretch one last time. Placing one hand across the forehead, covering as much as the eyebrows as possible, lifting gently up with the hand and squeezing the eyes in and down. This exercise is going to release any tension in the scalp and reverse any forehead wrinkles. It's also going to release any tension in between the eyebrows and the eyes, and it's going to reverse frown lines. So go ahead and switch sides, taking the opposite hand to the forehead, lifting up with the hands. Our frontalis muscle, or our forehead muscle, is a very much overworked muscle. So we don't need to work out this muscle. We need to strengthen the eyes and relax the forehead. When we strengthen the eyes, we pull the forehead muscle so it smooths out the wrinkles. And then when we release tension in the scalp, we lift the scalp and do the same thing. Go ahead and release, and we'll move to side head lift up. So again, running our fingers through your hair. Again, if you don't have hair, you could just mimic this motion or grab the skin on your head if you're able to. And we're just lifting up with our hands and pulling down with our scalp. So this exercise is going to add a ton of vitality to our scalp. We're increasing the oxygen and blood flow to a area that is normally often ignored, and it's also going to bring a great lift to our face. So we're exercising these scalp muscles that never usually get used. It's going to lift up our entire scalp and then therefore lifting our entire face. So go ahead and release. Great job. We're going to continue bringing fresh oxygen and blood and releasing tension in the forehead with a tapping massage. So starting in the center of your forehead with all of your fingers just tapping out past the temples. So this is a gentle tap here, just stimulating the muscle, getting the blood flowing to the area here. And you want to connect with your breath and make sure you're not tensing in the face or the neck or the shoulders here. So go at a pace that feels comfortable for you, moving outwards with your fingertips, and then turns to knuckles. And then we're going to turn our head side to side. So keep your knuckles in place, and we're just turning our head side to side. So getting a massage from the knuckles, getting a nice rotation in the neck here, and breathing deep. When you're ready, we're going to take the knuckles and fan outwards towards the temples. So starting in the middle of the forehead and fanning outwards, releasing any tension and stagnation in this frontalis muscle so it is smooth and beautiful and lifted. That's it for today's natural Botox for the forehead. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you want to keep working out the forehead and your face in 2024, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Namaste, and I will see you in the next video.